Yo guys, it's Safe here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with a match review for Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Predictable. Absolutely predictable. I predicted the correct scoreline yesterday. I said it will be Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. I said that exact same scoreline. I said I have a bad feeling Aston Villa are going to beat us 2-1. I said don't be surprised if it is 2-0 though to Aston Villa. Don't be surprised. I do not see a way we go and get a win. Sorry about this, guys. Windows just want to play up. That's what I said. I said I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a win. And it's predictable. Same old predictable Chelsea. We're just getting consistently all the time. Ridiculous. And I hate to be right about the prediction, but I was right. Yeah, anyway, before we do get to the match review, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're not every time I upload a video. Also, first link in the description is my streamer channel, my second channel. Go and check those out, it'd be very much appreciated. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Yeah, we lose 2-1. Not a good result whatsoever. Really, really poor. And like I said, it's the same old predictable Chelsea. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough in the slightest. I knew we were going to lose yesterday. I said yesterday I knew we was going to lose, even though this game is usually tailor-made to the way we play. The way we play, we like to play against teams that like to come at us full froth, especially at their grounds where they're feeling more confident because they're at home. We have more space in behind to exploit that. We're getting projectively worse. Actually, we weren't as bad as what we were against Brighton, but you know what I mean. We're getting worse just week in, week out. It's ridiculous. If this was start of the season, I actually think we would have took it to Villa, and the proof was in the pudding. We beat Villa 3-0 at the start of the season, 3-0, and we got absolutely. I wouldn't say we got pummeled today. We didn't. It's a weird game in a sense because I actually think overall we were average overall, but I don't think Villa were any better. But obviously they were better in a sense because they managed to get the win. So before we go in detail about the game, we went with a lineup of Jorgensen in goal, Mark Cucurella as a left back. Then, wow, this is what it looked like on the sheet. It looked like we went with a three at the back. So it looked like we went with Mark Cucurella left wing back. Then it looked like we went with Malo Gusto right wing back, with Reece James right centre back, Trevor Chalobah as the other centre back, and Levi Colwill as the other centre back. That's what it looked like on paper. In game, different. By the way, way different. Then we went with Enzo and Caicedo in midfield. Then Pedro Neto off the right. No, Palmer off the right. Pedro Neto off the left. And Nkunku was the ST. That's what the team sheet said, okay? In game, different story by a mile. Absolutely different story by a mile. By the way, sorry if I'm stretching my mouth. I've got a bit of a cut here. It's absolutely killing. Different story. I actually looked at that and went, oh my God, we're actually going 3-4-3. I'm really, really impressed by this. Completely different in the game. In the game, Reece James was in midfield majority of the time. It looked like we went with a back four. Cucurella was not inverting into midfield today. Gusto seemed like the one more in the midfield area, in my opinion. And I'm sorry, Cole Palmer was not playing as a right winger. He was not playing as a right mid. He was not even playing in midfield. Today, it looked like Cole Palmer was put in like a defensive position. He was not up in the attacking areas as much as I would like him to be. There was only 3 occasions where I saw him in attacking areas. What were we doing? And also, Nkunku was in the ST. Nkunku drifted out wide to the left, and it was Pedro Neto who was playing down the middle. What was we going with today? I can't tell you. I can't tell you anything. Players were. It didn't look like there was players in positions today. It looked like everybody was just jumbled up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe on paper it just looked different, but like watching the game, from what I saw personally, it was not what we saw on the paper, and it was jumbled up with some players. I don't know what we would play. I don't know what we were doing, but move on into the game. kickoff started, and we actually had a good, in my opinion, first 25 minutes, and we scored in those first 25 minutes as well, surprisingly. We had more intensity than Aston Villa. Aston Villa, we made them look quite slow as well for the first 25 minutes. We're playing decent football, not amazing, not breathtaking, but it looked like decent football. Again, it looked like the football we played for the first 5 minutes against Brighton. You know what I mean? The second time we played them. It looked like the first 10 minutes when we played Brighton, the first time we played them, obviously based off the last 2 games. Except from this time was the first 25 minutes, and we managed to get a goal in that good mix of play quite early on. I think it was around the 10th minute in, from Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez was the guy who got us the goal. It's a Pedro Neto assist. Pedro Neto cuts it back into the box, out wide on the right hand side. It was good work from Pedro Neto off the right hand side. Crosses it into the box, low and hard into the box, and Enzo Fernandez taps it in. Ideally, the keeper probably should have done better, but he taps it in, manages to get a goal. Really good, really good. And then we have a good spell of about 10-15 minutes after that where we're actually still doing decent. We look like we're going to go and get a second goal. I'm thinking here, if we get a second goal, we've got a massive cushion just in case we do drop off. But guess what? In classic Chelsea fashion, no, we don't get the cushion. We don't. After that great bit of intensity, making Aston Villa look slow and stuff like that, we let Aston Villa back into the game slowly but surely. We did after the goal. We let them back in slowly but surely, but we still were playing decent for about 10-15 minutes until Aston Villa were fully into the game, where we completely dropped off. The intensity dropped off, and Aston Villa were passing it around, gaining possession, getting back into the game. Oh, it was annoying. It's so annoying. It's the same story over and over again. I've got to mention this. It's the same story over and over each game for the past numerous amount of games. By the way, this is a quick stat for you before it goes completely out of my head. We've only won 2 out of our last 10 Premier League games. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough for a team that's meant to be going for top 4. That's not top 4 consistency. It's not. You say what you want. It's not top 4 consistency. That's not. That type of run of games is not going to get you top 4, man. It's not. Not good enough whatsoever. And obviously today's result added to that. They added to that record. So yeah, 2-10. Obviously Aston Villa managed to get. I think they managed to get an equaliser in the first half from Asensio. Asensio got the equaliser. It was bound to happen. You saw the way the game was going. They were bound to get an equaliser at some point because we let them straight into the game. Lo and behold, they got an equaliser. And then in the second half, it was more or less worse, in my opinion. Like, it just gradually, each half gets worse and worse and worse. Obviously, Aston Villa got the goal quite late on in the second half as well from Asensio again. It's pathetic defending from us again. I'm not going to go in depth on it all because I'm sorry, I don't need to go in depth on it all. If you want to watch the highlights, go and watch the highlights. The reason why I'm not going in depth on it is because it's just pathetic, man. It's absolutely pathetic. The amount of passes and balls we were giving away to bloody Aston Villa in that second half was absolutely ridiculous. We were giving them chances to go ahead in the second half. We were giving them chance after chance after chance after chance for them to go ahead against us in the second half. And obviously expected it was going to happen at some point. It was going to happen at some point. Players were jumbled up. It didn't look like people knew what they were going to go with, where to go with. Do you know what I mean? It's exhausting, man. It's absolutely exhausting. And I say this. Not where do we go from here, but what do we do, man? Because look, I'm sorry, our forward line, this hurts, man. Our forward line it's not firing. Our forward line is not firing. Yeah, it's just not firing. And I'm starting to think maybe if I got this other screen up, it might be a bit brighter for you all, so you can see me a bit better, so it's not dark. Yeah, our forward line isn't firing. It's not. And the fact that we are very, very, what's the word? Thin thin in that area of the pitch now where we've not got enough options. We've not got a lot of options to go with. It's a bit worrying, man, because where's the goals coming from? Where's the goals coming from? The goal came from today was Enzo Fernandez, our midfielder, getting into the box. That was where our goal came from. I should have had this screen up the whole time. It's made it look a lot better visually on the thing. But where the goal's coming from the forward line? Because I don't know. The way we've been playing Parma the last couple of games in terms of on the pitch, positionally, you know what I mean? Palmer's not going to pop in with a goal or an assist because we're not helping him for one. And for two, we're not playing him in the attacking areas, it doesn't seem like. We've not got a striker. What you say about Jackson, I agree. He wasn't banging in goals or anything. But he still offered something there. There's still a vocal point in a sense there in terms of dropping back and linking the play, getting Palmer into the game and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? There's a vocal point there. We're missing that now. We've not got any wingers to back up the other wingers. You know what I mean? We're getting very thin in some areas, man. We're getting very thin in some areas. And the results are starting to prove it. Today absolutely proved it. What can I say? What can I say? I'm not going to sit on here and say to you guys, oh, this is unexpected. I did not expect Aston Villa to beat us today. I flipping well knew they were going to get back into the game today. And I fully well knew as well, Marcus Rashford, as soon as I saw him come off the bench at half-time for Aston Villa, I knew he was going to get some sort of contribution. He got the contribution for Aston Villa's first goal to Asensio. By the way, Asensio scored both of their goals, if I didn't mention that already. You know what I mean? A player, by the way, their first goal was assisted by somebody they got in January that used to strengthen their squad. And Asensio, the first goal and the second goal, is the player that they used to get in January to strengthen their squad. All three of their contributions were players to strengthen their squad. And look, they've already done a job for them. They've already got them with 3 points alone in that. Something Paul Winstanley and the stupid board need to realise. Do you know what I mean? Where's our January strength and signing to help us in this scenario? Where's the quality? No, we're thin-boned up front. We've got nobody to help. No strikers up there either. Nah, alright, it's alright. We're fine. We're going to get top 4 with the squad. You know what I mean? With Christopher Nkunku, who doesn't move around at all in the match. Instead, he's been sulking ever since game week 15 because he's not getting enough minutes. And he's decided to sulk even now when he has time to... you know what I mean? Show his quality. When he has time to show his quality, no, he's still going to sulk, throw his shoulders in the air. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't blame Maresca for putting him into a squad because guess what? We ain't got somebody to back up the striker injury list that we've got because we didn't get anybody in January. We didn't sell Nkunku in January because we put an extraordinary price on him. So Maresca has to chuck these players in because we're thin-boned because nothing got done in January. It's ridiculous. And this is what pays for it. Like I said, we got dunked on by somebody who Aston Villa brought. 2 players that Aston Villa brought contributed to both of their goals today. You know what I'm trying to say? That won them the game. January signings. It's flipping ridiculous, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm absolutely sick and tired of shit. Honestly, sick and tired. It's ridiculous. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care, man. They don't. I'm not gonna bother with player ratings, man. I'm just gonna tell you who I thought had a good game and stuff. Actually, screw it. Let's just quickly go through player ratings. Jorgensen, I would demote to a 4. I would have given him a 5, but I'm gonna give him a 4 because that second goal we conceded late on in the second half. He should have saved that shot, man. He should have saved that shot. At the start, I thought, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I thought there was 2 or 3 players in his way. But there's not, man. He should have saved that, but it bobbled over him. You know what I mean? He saved it and it went under him or over him. I don't know, but he should have saved that, man. He should have saved that. I don't care. He should have saved that. I'm giving him a 4. Cucurella, I'm giving a 4.52 as well. I didn't think he particularly did much in this game to really benefit the game. Reece James, no, not Reece James, Malo Gusto as well. I'm going to give a 4.5. I didn't think he really impacted the game much either. Trevor Chalobah came off injured around the 15th minute of the game, so I'm hoping Trevor Chalobah rests up. I hope it's not a serious one, because I thought, you know, I mean, I can't really judge him off today, so I'm not going to give him a rating. Obviously, Tosin came in instead of him in the 15th minute, so Tosin I thought was okay. Nothing memorable. I'll give him a 4.5. Reece James, like I said, he was in midfield majority of the time, and he put in probably 3 good ball splitting passes over the top. And they were all in the first half. Apart from that, I didn't think was particularly that great. I'm not a fan of Reece James in midfield personally. He can do it, but I think against the smaller teams, I don't see him in midfield personally. He can pick out a good pass at times. I just want Reece James back out on the wing. You know what I mean? As a wing back or a full back. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's his position. That's where he best operates, and we don't play him in that position. I'm going to give Reece a 5. I got to be honest, 4.5. And then Carl Will gave away the ball multiple times. Apart from that, made one really decent challenge. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. No, I'll give him a 4.5. Sorry, I'm giving him a 4.5. Caicedo was okay. Caicedo got stuck in. There was multiple times where he actually made brilliant challenges, but then the ref said, "Oh no, it's a foul," and you know what I mean, gave him loads of warnings for it, even though they were literally brilliant challenges. It's ridiculous. It always happens to him. Apart from that, I'll give him a 5. Enzo Fernandez, I thought, was our best player today. I actually thought, especially in the first half. The first half, again, especially the first 35 minutes, he was popping crosses. He was popping into good positions, picking up the ball, having a pop at goal. You know what I'm trying to say? He nearly got 2 goals. Nearly got a second goal straight after the first one, where he just put it over the top right-hand corner, just over the bar. Yeah, the only positive I'll really say about the formation today was Enzo Fernandez's position. Like, he was deep in the game, but whenever we were going forward, he was popping up in really vital places to take a shot at goal or create a big chance for us. I thought Enzo Fernandez today was the only positive thing about today's formation or system change. You know what I'm trying to say? I thought he did really, really well. He was really positive. Like I said, started to fade off more towards the second half. But when the whole team fades completely, I mean, there's only a certain amount you can take as a player. I would say overall, I thought Enzo Fernandez was a 6.5. I actually think he was actually really decent today. Yeah, Palmer off the right. I didn't think Palmer really influenced the game at all. Like I said, I thought he was more of a wing back. That's where I saw him majority of the time today, as a wing back. He wasn't operating in the middle as a 10. He wasn't operating out wide as a right winger or a right mid. You know what I'm trying to say? He was quite defensive today. That's not where you get the best out of Palmer. Enzo Maresca should know that. Why is he playing him as like some sort of wing back? That's what it seems like. I'd give Palmer 4.5. Not good enough. Not good enough. And there was Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto was really good in the first 30 minutes of the game. He should have got a goal as well today, in my opinion. He took a couple decent shots. One was saved by the keeper. One was put wide. Apart from that, some decent crosses. Got the assist for Enzo Fernandez's goal as well. I didn't think it was bad. I think overall I'd give him a 5.3. Weird. If it wasn't for the assist, I'll probably give him a 5. But I'll give him 5.3. And then Nkunku, absolutely poor, man. I hate to say it because he has the ability, and we've seen it in the Premier League. He has the ability. We saw it in a short space of time under Pochettino last season. He has the ability, he had the quality, but we didn't see it enough because he was injured all the time. Now with injury-free, he was brilliant at the start of the season. I thought he was really good at the start of the season, even in games in the Premier League, Conference League. You know what I'm trying to say? He was really good. You could see it. You know what I'm trying to say? You could see he had that world-class ability, aura about him. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say aura, but he did. And then ever since he started to fall down the pecking order in terms of not getting any minutes, and he's realised, oh, I'm not going to get any minutes here, and he's put up a sulk, and he's still sulking. Give away the ball easily. Push off the ball easily. You know, not enough intensity. Doesn't seem like he's bothered. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a 3.5. And I hate to say, because Nkunku's one of my favourite players. Before Chelsea, he was one of my favourite players. I was demanding this guy to come to Chelsea. I'm sorry. Put up attitude like that, get out my club, man. I don't care. I don't care who you are. put out attitude like that, get out, man. If you want to be at the club, you put your heart and soul into it and you show the manager, all right, you don't want me? All right, I'll be here after you're gone, or I'm going to show you why you want me. You're not putting up that attitude at all. You are stinking it up. You do not care about the club. You're showing you don't care about the club. Please go, man. Please go. Because we can't deal with players like that. We cannot deal with at Chelsea Football Club. We can't. You know what I'm trying to say? Bring me players that want to play for Chelsea Football Club. I'm really disappointed in Nkunku. Get him gone. Apart from that, we bring on... What subs did we bring on? I'm going to look at the sub list because this video's gone on for too long. I apologise. We bring on Sancho. Didn't really impact the game. I'm not going to really rate him, to be fair. Apart from that, that's about it. Like I said, Tosin was alright. Like I said, I rated him at the start anyway. But that's about it for my video. Same old. Same old. Just lacklustre. Predictable. That's the way it is. Let me know in the comments down below what you all thought about the game. I'll probably see you on the next video, probably on Tuesday for the Wednesday game we have against Southampton. That should be an easy win. If we don't win that, then there is something going on. You know what I'm trying to say? There is something going on. So not good enough all round, either from Maresca, the whole team. Not good enough. Anyway, I'll see you on that video next. Take care. Have a good rest of your day and night.